Hi everyone, my name is Renata Gibson and I am one of the librarians here at Northwest Vista College. In the next few minutes, I will be showing you NVC library resources to help you do your art research. First, I need to share my screen with you, so hold on just one moment. Okay, so we see the Northwest Vista College homepage, which we all know very well. The way that you always start research using library resources is by going to the library homepage. So we're going to go up here to menu, click on that, and click on library. And here we are at the library homepage. Now, as you scroll down, you can see there are library resources, of which we will be talking about a few. There are library services, and at the very bottom, you will see our hours of operation, as well as this chat box. This is the main way that we are able to communicate with you during this time of quarantine. So if you have any questions or you need help with any kind of research, you will send us a chat. As long as the library is open, we will answer your chat. The very first thing I would like to jump into today is under library resources. If you click on research guides. Now, these guides are created as a way to steer you towards the best information for whatever subject area you're researching under. So you can see there's a long list of subject areas. Of course, today we will be going into the art and art history section. And we're going to click on the very first guide that's just titled Art. Now, everything that we're going over in the next few minutes, all the resources are in this guide. So you can always access anything that we talk about within this guide, as well as from the library homepage. You can see on the left-hand side of the screen how to navigate through the guide. And you can see in the center here, I have a little area that says Art Store Zoom backgrounds. Now you can see my very cool Vincent van Gogh background that I have behind me instead of my messy living room. Since we are all doing so many Zoom sessions these days, Art Store, which is one of the databases that we'll be talking about today, has given us a bunch of free art related backgrounds. So we can always have something really beautiful and interesting in any of our video conferencing sessions. The very first page that we will go to within the guide is the Art Images page. Now I have several databases listed down the center of the page. We don't have time to go through all of them. They are all excellent image databases, but my absolute favorite image database is this one right here titled Art Store. So let's go ahead and click on Art Store. Art Store is an image database. It only has images. It has over 2 million images from around the world. Top museums, archives, private collections, libraries, they're all here within Art Store. These are the highest quality images. And the way Art Store likes to be searched in this little search box right in the center of the page, it likes to be searched by artist name. So in honor of my background here, I am going to search for Vincent van Gogh. Now you can see the way the results come up are in pages of thumbnail images. This gives you the ability to quickly scan any images that look interesting to you, that look like something you'd like to see more of. So if I want to look at any of these thumbnails, I just click on the thumbnail image. It comes up in a larger version. All the information about the image is linked to the image. This is one of the biggest benefits of using Art Store versus a Google image search, because in a Google image search, you would be able to find many of these images, but you wouldn't have all the information about the image, okay? And also the image quality would be much poorer. So using Art Store to find images is really one of the best tools you have at your disposal. So you can see it has the artist name, the title of the work, the date it was completed, materials, measurements. It also shows you the repository. So this one is actually from the Art Institute of Chicago. What's really amazing too is that you are able to put your mouse into the image and zoom in. So you can see the brush strokes. Oftentimes you can see the texture of the canvas. Really, really incredible details. Now, if you wanted to download any of these images, you would just go up here to this download button. And it does ask you to sign into your ArtStore account. Now, this is something that you can do very easily. It just takes a moment, and it's just one way that ArtStore keeps track of which images are downloaded. Now, to register for an account, you would just go up to the corner here where it says register and fill out the form very quickly. Now, we did get over 1,000 results. If there was a particular piece that I wanted to look for that I knew the title of, I could always put it up here. I could do Vincent van Gogh and if I wanted Starry Night. And then I could do search within these results. And only those images with that specific title of the artwork would come up. So if you have a specific artist and a specific work, you are able to search that way as well. So now we go back into the guide, and the second database that I would like to show you is under the Artist and Art Movement Info tab. And again, there are several databases listed here. All of them are excellent for any kind of art-related research, but the one we are going to look at is called Oxford Art Online. It's this very first one in the middle here. So if we click on Oxford Art Online, we are taken into a database that is going to give us the ability to research any biographical information on our artist or art movement, to find out about any specific art techniques. Basically, Oxford Art Online is an online art encyclopedia, but it's a credible, reliable encyclopedia. All the information is good information. So here we are with our search box again, and I'm going to put in my artist name again. Now, Oxford Art Online gives you a list of search results. The very first one is generally going to be the most in-depth, the most relevant one on your artist, but then it goes down in its results to actually showcase artworks by that artist. So we're going to go ahead and click on that very first result. It gives you the artist's full name, gives you his full name, his birth and death dates, where he was born, and in this very first paragraph here tells you his nationality, what type of artist he was, what were the materials that he used. As we go down, you can see any art movements that the artist was associated with. Now, Vincent van Gogh has a very long entry since he is such an art historical figure. Depending on your artist, your entry may be longer or shorter. But again, very detailed. As you're going along, it will actually give you examples of the work. Any of these images, if you wanted to use, you would be able to just click on it and then right click and copy and paste that image anywhere you need it. And here we go, right underneath the image, all the information about the image. Again, very important, not only for citing, but just so that you know exactly what you're looking at. Now, in terms of citing things, especially in Oxford Art Online, you can see all of these tools up here. They all do different things. If we hover over this little pencil, this new little window comes up that actually shows you how to cite this entry on Vincent van Gogh. Now, it automatically defaults to APA. You would want to change it to MLA. All the information is correct in here, but unfortunately the formatting is not correct. MLA citations always have a hanging indent. So you would not be able to just copy and paste this and have it be correct because of the formatting. So just keep that in mind. You always want to double check. And in a moment, we'll be talking about citations using our software Noodle tools, which will help you with the formatting. Now, all of the databases have some version of these tools. And they all will have a citation option. Now, just keep in mind that unfortunately, the databases have not mastered making correct citations all the time. So you always need to make sure that it's correct on your end as well. So let's go back into the guide. There is one more resource on the Artist and Art Movement info page that I'd like to show you, and it's this website titled The Heilbrunn Timeline of Art History. So if we click there, you'll see we're taken actually to just a regular website that you could find using Google. This is actually a timeline of history that shows the art being created at any given time. And it's actually created by the Metropolitan Museum of Art. Everything in here is written by librarians and curators, people that are scholars, people that have the authority to be writing about art and art history. So you can go in several ways. You can click on essays, works of art, or chronologies. You're also able to, in this upper corner, there's a little magnifying glass search icon. If you click there, you can also just do a search. So I'm going to put in Vincent van Gogh again. And you can see that several things came up in my search results, all referring to Vincent van Gogh in some way. This very first one would probably be the most useful, as it gives an overview of his life, gives examples of his works here. Again, all scholarly, reliable, credible information that you find here. So I'm going to go ahead and take us back to the guide. The last thing that we will be talking about today is citing. So I have an entire page in the research guide dedicated to citing. Citing, of course, is very important, as it gives not only you credibility, but it shows that you've done the work, that you've actually gone and found the best information, and you're able to show what you used as your sources. So we actually have Noodle Tools, which is a citation software that actually does your works cited page for you. Everything on this page helps you set up the account. If you go on this upper right corner here, you could actually click on Noodle Tools, and you would be taken to a page where you would either sign in or register, depending on if you had an account or not. Okay, those of you that are new to Noodle Tools, of course, would click on register. Now, what I've done down the center of the page here on the citation page is actually give you helpful tips in terms of citing things from Oxford Art Online and citing things from ArtStore. All of these are things that you need to be paying attention to when you cite. Citing is always a little bit tricky, but luckily Noodle Tools helps you do things correctly. You also have under helpful links here, you have a link to Purdue University's online writing lab, another excellent resource in terms of showing you how to cite correctly. So you have lots of tools available to you that will help you be successful. Just remember this guide and always access things through the library homepage. And also keep in mind that even though we are working remotely, we are not on campus, we are here to help you with any of your research needs. Remember, you just go to the library homepage and actually click on the chat box, which is in the lower left corner. I hope this answered some of your question in terms of what resources you can use to do art research that are credible and reliable. And again, don't forget, we're still here to help you. Just go to the library homepage and send us a chat with any questions that you have. Thank you so much.